Hello, how's it going? Hi. Today I'm a happy day. I'm wearing my flannelette shirt, which is long sleeve, whatever you call it. And today is my last day of the semester of Tafe. So I'm going to show you guys my speech, and we'll get to today's question very quick. Okay, so today's topic that I've chosen for the Laos class is the North Korean. And you guys may know all the crazy dictators, Kim Jong Un, Kim Jong family was been doing. But today I'll be discussing how it actually works. So yeah, after the North Korean War that finished in 1953, they adopted the Chinese Cultural Revolution. So pretty much the wealthy class people, we degraded to working class, where working class people will upgrade it to wealthy class, which it doesn't make sense because they have no idea what they're doing with their trades. And in Korea, they put people in different classes, but the whole system is called Songban. So you got the core class, the waving class, and the hostel class. And also they have to follow the greatest leader. Now, to talk about different classes, what they actually do. Now, the core classes, which is the highest class out of the three of the classes, and which is probably around 15% of the Korean population, North Korean population. So they will get huge funded by the government, large ration of food, such as education, better education, live in the actual house, water, medicals. And they always be respected at the same time. So to be in this class is actually based on your family history. For example, if your parents who actually tend for the war, but take a side for the North Korean side, aka the communist side, to fought for the war, or the high rankers in the government, which is that's how to be selected for that class. Now, waving class is the middle class. Usually it's for small businesses and traders class. So it's actually a good class to be in because you're allowed to travel to different countries, for example China, to get all the import and export the goods. And the good side of it is that you're allowed to eat as much as you want in China, which most of the food, which is great. You can eat as much as you want, where the government can't monitor you, where there's no regulation, which is great. Now, to be in this class is also based on your previous history, Sonban. So if you were a small businesses or a farmer, you could be in that sort of class, and also if you're a trader as well. Now, the worst of the worst class, wholesale class. So this class, okay, right now is the 40%. Of North Korean population. Now, this is the class that everyone's been knowing, all the brutal camps, how they've been treated. So this is the class that we've been mentioned in North Korea, with the crazy dictator. Yeah. So they treat people like inhumane, like they treat them like it's unbearable, where it's not livable standards with no freedom at all. So they'll be stuck into the camps and work for the government, whatever they command, and be monitored 24/7, which is crazy. So whatever what you're doing, they follow you, and they always keep an eye. Every movement you do, they keep an eye as well.
Even if you go into the toilet?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they keep an eye on you. So usually they take you to remote areas, dangerous jobs, where one of the most horrific environment for them to work in. So with no freedom, they can't get to choose what they do. The police and the government, who chooses your wife to get married or etc. stuff, which is a bit crazy. Now, how do you be in this class? As I mentioned before, how the Cultural Revolution, how the poor class be the wealthy class. Now, in this scenario, it will be the wealthy class downgraded to this class. So for those who owns big business or against with the government regime, and it doesn't stop there, because if you do against it, or if you're coming from a wealthy family, the family doesn't, not only just the pair of the couple will get in, also the whole family will get in. So pretty much they grandfather, kids, grandkids as well to get into this camp and work for them, which is doesn't make sense as well. Just to re-educate them that to live in the labour life, working life. Now, I'll be talking about how the children get violated in North Korea. In North Korea, there's mass gymnastics. It's about 100,000 people who perform in a mass game. And I'll show you the clip right now before I get in details because you have no idea what I'm trying to talk about. So yeah.
Can I just say, Kiri, what we do is see how long the clip is, and we include a minute of that in the overall. So keep it running.
Okay.
But we just see how long the clip is.
Okay,
We
good.
include a minute of it in your presentation. You can show us the lot, you know. How many minutes is it?
I'll just put 1 minute.
Oh, well, in that case,
That's 3 minutes.
that's fine. Oh gosh, look at it. Isn't it beautiful though? It's a hell of a spectacle to watch. I love this sort of stuff though, but poor kids. Precision. That's amazing to watch, isn't it? You can
So-
see what the tourists go for it.
Yeah, so there you go. That was the gymnastic mass game. And in Korean, they call it Arirang mass game. Sorry if I can't pronounce the
I
name.
don't know why.
But as you can see, 100,000 people participate this sort of event. For you guys, it may look like, oh, this looks like a Olympic open
It
ceremony.
does.
And as you can see on the background, that's not LED. That's kids who's actually flipping cards. Every single of
That's
them.
incredible.
And the 100,000 kids who actually compulsory, sorry about it, and 100,000 people who actually participate in this sort of event, but not knowing that all the middle schools and high schools has to be performing this sort of event.
It's too compulsory.
And it's compulsory. They've been practicing for 6 months straight in any weather condition, 18 hours per day. And it's terrific
That's a lot.
to get for them to memorize the move and sing at the same time. As you can see, every single movement will so sing
It is very
and
precise.
it's great. And the one big problem is that if they do any mistake, whether you're down there or up in the picture, you'll be punished.
Oh my God.
And if you do some mistakes, especially with the greatest leader, you will get the biggest punishment out of all. So if you see the characters, one missing a block, they'll get the biggest punishment. And yeah. It's actually, those card books, they actually weigh 10 kilos, each of the books. And they have to memorize each color every time they change as well. I haven't shown you the clip where the animals actually moved around,
Wow.
like really synced as well. So, for tourists like us, we'd be thinking, oh, this is the best thing ever. It's worth paying $50. But we're not knowing that that's one of North Korea major
Violation
incomes.
of their human rights. Too.
Income as well.
Yeah.
And it's actually violating kids is because they're skipping school where they're supposed to be. In Australia, the requirement age will be 14 years old and 9 months, and 8 hours compulsory to work, not on the non-school days, and 4 hours will be after school. But where these kids are doing 18 hours a day. This is so ridiculous. I know it's magnificent art, but I'll show you further on at the end of the video. Now we'll talk about food shortage. Now people will say, oh, North Korea, they don't like to farm, or maybe the class wealthy class have no idea how to farm, which is completely wrong. It's because not only just North Korea, also South Korea as well, they are very bad with agricultural farming. It's because of they have Hey man, I just realized my camera just shut during my speech. I hope you guys do understand what I'm trying to say. I didn't practice at all, but the teacher likes it. She says I passed it, and I did 11 minutes, which is, the maximum minutes. Oh, the maximum will be 10 minutes. Well, I did 1 minute over, and I actually I got to think that video that showed them, which gave me a lot of ideas, clear vision to give them out, and yeah.